guys, it's Hedge here. I'm playing Scarlet Hollow. My mic stopped working at the start of this. It comes back in a couple minutes. But yeah, so I've started playing the game. You get to pick 2 traits at the start of the game, and I decided to pick Street Smart, something that I am not, and Book Smart, which I'm not really comfortable with. You drop to wake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again, still exhausted. For a moment you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others before it. As your mind continues to reassert its existence to the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides, with countless late-night stops in CDD parts, I don't know how to say that word, that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself travelling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying, so we meet this guy on the bus. His name is just Stranger, and he is strange. He asks us if we've ever thought about killing someone or if you've ever wanted to, which I had no idea how to reply to this. And I just told him I'd never felt that way before, and he said that was because I'm young, and that when I get my heart broken, I'll then understand it. So it also turns out that his wife is currently in labour with his son, and he's considering to just go to New York and to screw them. So, not really the most moral guy to meet. I told him to meet a therapist, which feels like a reasonable request if you're gonna tell someone that you could kill your girlfriend. But I don't think this guy really cares about therapy. He ends up getting off the bus at the stop. And he seems like he had a great experience because he was happy about everything. But as a lovely little parting gift, he gives us a dripping bag of peanuts that he picked up from a gas station. I don't know why, but now we will just continue with a bag of peanuts.
Andrew's gone. Maybe we can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. We've all got the same voice. End of the line. We're almost there. Schedule arrives Monday 11. Departs Monday. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk, though for a small town like this, you're amazed at so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the door behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Hey, Hedge. You instantly recognise the warm young woman from the few public photos of her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Do you think she's gonna... No, I would be annoyed if someone handed me a sopping bag of peanuts. Looks like somebody needs a hug. I'm so sorry for your loss. Come here, cuz, bring it in. You go in for a hug. She tries to pull away, but it's too late. You squeeze tightly, your cousin squirming in your grip. Okay. Enough! She pulls away from you, dusting off her clothes. I'm not that bad. Something you should know about me is that I'm not really a hugger. Oh. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'll keep that in mind. Good. Now come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. Are they that old? I didn't know they were old. I don't know anything about cars. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Tip: dialogue option labelled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships from the log. Ooh, okay. So, how are you holding up? Or I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? Okay, I don't think she's gonna like that. How are you holding up? Fine. You don't have to hide how you're feeling around me. We're family, even if we just met. She sighs a particularly heavy sigh. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine, really. So the funeral, it's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Jeez, that's almost a whole week. Need any help planning? Have you worked out all the details yet? Do you need any help? If you ever need help with errands or scheduling, feel free to ask. I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine, just needed the coffin and somebody to dig a hole. Oh. Can't believe we've never met before this. You have your mum to thank for that. Or had, I guess. I wish I'd have known about you. Don't know why my mum left or what kind of grudge she had against this side of the family, but I'm sorry. I wish I'd known about you. Whatever. What's done is done. Shall we just say it anyway? I feel like this is a stupid thing to say. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? Your cousin turns to stare at you and I see hatred in her eyes. Maybe this is work to ease the tension if she was someone else, but she isn't. She turns back to the road, her expression cold and unforgiving. Maybe I should have just... Can I... Oh, shoot. You decide to sit in silence of your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. Right, so... Don't say stupid things. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance has not lost on you. Someone used to cramp apart... What? Oh, I was used to cramped apartments in grey cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the rumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot long, long time ago. Oh man, this is like proper estate places, isn't it? You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges, and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick in your room, your bathroom, the kitchen, and always, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. The architecture here is breathtaking. I don't even know what that word is, but it's French. Colour me marginally impressed. I didn't have you pegged as cultured. I'm not, but my character is. Believe it or not, this estate actually predates the Biltmore by nearly 3 decades. It used to be the crown jewel of the region, but time changed, and the attentions of the masses are ever so fickle. Shall I begin the tour? So she likes smart things. Okay. She won't like me then. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor. You do your best to trace the steps. Is there like a notebook? Ooh! Okay, and that's just, okay. I can save? Let's save. Let's anticipate things to go bad. Kitchen. On Wednesdays a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socialising with her, she'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream, those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Some explore options prevent you from taking others. Explore. I've always dreamed of having a kitchen like this. Someone cleans this place. You said someone actually cleans this place. Right. Yeah, so someone in town to buy food. I might want to eat something other than B&J this week. So someone in town. What aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online though, so I'll be going with you. Thanks. Cool, good talk. I've always dreamed of having a kitchen like this. I don't think I want to lie. I think she'll see through it. Does she actually clean this place? Or does she just say she does it and leave? Oh, I keep a close watch on Janie. She cleans. Maybe it's not up to your sleek city standards. Oh, but this is an old house in the country. There's a level of dirt and grime you have to learn with. I'll let it go. Alright, I'm sorry. Wonderful, now that you're done insulting my kitchen. Oh gosh, she hates me. Do you have any other questions before we move on to the next part of the tour? Alright. What's next? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. I did notice this little fella. Is this your cat? What's his name? Frou Frou? Is that you say that? Do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Leave the cat be. I allowed me. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. You once again follow Tabitha for a long dusty hallway. Maybe for a few nights it will get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom, not much to show, it's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. You do what you must if you must. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corner of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. What a wonderful bathroom. Who uses this bathroom? What a wonderful bathroom. I think she'll see through it. Let's just be nice. There's one of these bathtubs with a little feet on it. Glad you like it. That bathtub is an extremely valuable antique. Lift toilet seat. Bugs skitter from the ball as you lift the seat. I'm going to use the toilet. A toilet is a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing and this is as good as a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour, follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot, it has it all. A week of sleep in this place might give you permanent lung damage. Oh yeah, I'm asthmatic. I would hate this place. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-an-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. The closet's full of all family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up. You can use the dresser. It should be empty. This is incredible, honestly. This is incredible. How do you know how much I love cherubs? That chest is to die for. Once more, you surprise me with your discerning taste. Every last piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. Who used to sleep there? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. Which is quite nice. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Okay. Is there a library? I couldn't bring too many books with me, and I'm not sure what else I should do with my time. There is, but as I said earlier, most of this building is off limits. And the library is in the West Wing, which is extra off limits. You're better off heading into town. I'm pretty sure there's a library there. I do want to explore, but I don't know what's a good option to say. I don't want to say stuff like, oh, can't you spend time with me, because it's like, I don't want to push, but at the same time, I'm not going to ask her if she's a jerk. She's not a jerk. Are you sure you're okay? I don't think I'd ask half of this stuff. Are you okay? You seem kind of upset. I'm fine, I just need to get back to work. I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door, and now it's just you. You in the sprawling, decrepit estate. So that's on your kitchen. Okay, we're not going to immediately go somewhere she doesn't want us. I'd immediately go to my room. Now that your cousin is gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Take a nap? No. Let's look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have been a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Yeah, you'd definitely do that, just not right now. Let's look at the painting on the wall. This must be an old relative of yours. Very old, judging from the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you'd barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Let's check the closet. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Yeah, pick up the creepy doll. Of course you're sharing a room with a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads Property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you. Close the closet. Let's put our spare clothes away. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It is quiet but angry. Have some boiled peanuts. The opossum hisses in disgust, stiffens and begins to drool, feigning death. Okay! You close the drawer, you might as well leave it be. You open the top drawer next. It's empty, a good place to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd be better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag. But there's no going back now. Shall we save it here? I'm gonna just save it. Shall we take a nap? Actually, I don't want to have a nap. I'm probably gonna have a nap. You cough, a small cloud of dust rises up. Oh! Ugh. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them have been around to see the dawn of civilization. You try to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get in more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. That's enough. Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here right now. Let's look at the kitchen. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only sounds, the only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of your day. Go to the kitchen. We're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh the fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Let's search. probably the pantry, right? We want some bread. Oh my gosh. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Let's examine mac and cheese. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. Empty the box and stuff the dead mouse on the shelf. We're gonna put it back. What the heck? Why would you do that to our cousin? Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems to not like you. Yeah, I don't blame her, honestly. I've been a bit of a jerk. We put it back, and we're gonna take the bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread, one step closer to satisfying food. Let's take the peanut butter. Gif. The king of nut butters, and only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. Oh. Okay, let's leave the pantry. Let's look. I kind of do want to check out the garden. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's stopping you from venturing deeper? Let's explore the garden. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. I guess Of course, if you could talk to animals, you could talk to the cat. You head back inside and close the door behind you. Let's look in the cabinets. This must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Let's grab a plate and a butter knife. I guess if you ate her mac and cheese, you could get a bowl from here. Let's examine the shot glass. I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Pearl Ann, so this wasn't from her 50th. Pearl Ann, and there was a Mary Ann. Okay. From the few stories you'd heard from your mom, Pearl Ann wasn't the type to have what the heck is that word? Friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Let's examine the mug. I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. So your aunt and cousin actually travelled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. Altitude 4,350 feet, blinking out. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. Might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. We don't need a bowl, so let's close it. You close the cabinet. Let's go to the fridge. There's a note taped to the door reading, "Janie, stay out," in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words, "Okie dokie." Oh, that's cute. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you haven't yet to touch anything other than the handle. I understand that. So there's ice cream. Check mayonnaise. You know you probably shouldn't, but part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. You pick up the jar. It's labelled flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. Ugh. Okay. Let's examine old takeout. Oh. Put it back. Put it back. Let's take the jelly. Lucy's jelly. It's within date. That's good. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. This is the last ingredient you needed to make your sandwich. I don't need the ice cream. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Let's make the sandwich. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. A job well done. Cooking by the book. All of that hassle and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Oh, jeez. Shall we approach Frou-Frou? The cat hisses as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Frou-Frou's spot on the counter. We'll back away. Try not to make any sudden moves. I'm done here. Congratulations. Oh. Might as well head to town. There's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. If you'd have known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you'd probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Oh. Let's continue. Finally, you made it back to town. This is a good time to save. Oh. Hollard, as the guy called it. It says the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the store fronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane, and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh, it's a pug! Gretchen, come back here! Quit bothering! Sorry about the... Oh, this is not the right voice for this person. Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Ah, she's so cute. I love Pug, she's so cute. Thanks, she is cute. Sure, most of her teeth are falling out and she's got a couple of weird growths, but for a 17-year-old Pug, that's pretty good. 17! That's gotta be really old, right? It sure is. She's about 84 in dog years. I'm hoping she beats the current record and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better, isn't it? Right, Gretch? But where are my manners, talking to you for this long without introducing myself? I'm Stella. I love the Mothman t-shirt. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of cold folk, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Over at my awful dripping peanuts that I've still got on me. I'm gonna introduce myself. Hi, I'm Hedge. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of who'd come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. Tabby, she actually gets liked by Stella. Well, let's figure out who she is to Tabitha. I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so bubbly. As she did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. I'm worried about her too. She's always been a little rough around the edges, but I figured she'd probably be having a rough go of things. She and her mum were really close. To think she's been all up in that mansion by herself. It's probably good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. Wait, who told you that? So, how long have you known her? Quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody knows everybody as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed, right, Mustard Seed. I am going to very quickly Google these characters because that might be relevant. And my character is supposed to be book smart, so the real me is not. Puck was like a comedic character, right? I don't remember. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Now, American biscuits are different to my biscuits, aren't they? Their biscuits are like scones. We're gonna go with Stella. Oh, crikey. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. all of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realise that a stranger has entered the establishment. Quietly slide into the nurse booth. Yeah. We're just gonna slide in. No need to be shy, they don't meet many strangers. It's kind of a big deal when someone new wanders into town. Especially since, well, they probably know why you're here, and by extension, who you're related to. Even if you don't know anybody, it's not easy keeping secrets in a town this size. Hey Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They gracefully placed a cup of specially brewed coffee in front of Stella. Oh, shucks, thanks Avery. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. I can tip to hide the text spot. Oh, that is so cute. Anything for you? Offer no. Isn't bacon bad for dogs? No thanks, I ate pretty recently. Stella says she's buying, so I have one of everything. Order a biscuit. How much is the coffee? $1, but that gets you unlimited refills. I don't actually like coffee, but there'd be some kind of drink I could have. Sweet deal. I'll have a cup, thanks. No problem. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. Then linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Should have gone for the biscuit. They're really good, but I guess you've got a week. Maybe you'll get one tomorrow. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there's any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. I'm sorry, did you say reading adventure? Yeah, Oscar's all about keeping things on theme, so this month it's a bunch of ghost stories. I think he's calling it spooky bookies. You know, like how, oh, spooky bookies. That makes sense. No, that's amazing. Cool, we should check it out this week. But it's really just an afternoon. Any idea what you want to do for the rest of the week? What's your angle here? How's the general selection of the library? Look, what is your angle? My angle? I never would have an angle. She definitely has an angle. Okay, so my job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with a camera. And it's always better when someone else is there too. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns biscuit in town. Hey, Winnie wanted to give you a biscuit on the house. She sends her condolences. Ah, thank you. It looks amazing. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy, so it nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth it emanates whatever, from its surface. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth, as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not going to go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm going to do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. I'm gonna jump off a bridge. Okay. Wait. What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. Of course, she's got the Mothman shirt. You should really check out her channel, Hedge. It's amazing. How did you know my name? Oh, sorry, it's just that most people in town know about you. Oh, okay, cool, thanks. Nice to know. Sorry, I'm sure that must seem creepy. Yeah, it does a little bit, mate. Oh well, I guess the cat's out the bag. The Hollow's a small place. Everyone knows everybody, and that includes extended family. It's all good. I was just caught a little off guard. Ah, phew! Glad that didn't freak you out too much. Unlike last night when I met Mothman. I want to get back on topic, okay? Yeah, and don't worry, nothing Pauline said about you will stick. What? That's for sure. You can just make a good first impression and wipe the slate clean with the whole town. Okay, so that is unnerving. What is she saying about me? Oh geez, look, I'm sorry I said anything. Hey, don't worry about it. Pearl Animal's a gossip and would do this sort of thing with everyone. Don't diss the dead, Stella. Jeez, have some respect for my aunt. Spreading weird little rumours about folks was kind of her trademark. Night. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you Wednesday. Night. Anyways, we went in the middle talking about stats and issues. Oh yes. The best video style would be that river. Not the lake, but you know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the What? Oh gosh, what did she get? So the river runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the river, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. The size and shape of the creature's body tells you it's likely a predator, and it's definitely not a wolf. You seem to recall that mountain lions used to live up there. Who's to say if there aren't a few left? Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that's the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I've also had people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara, that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. Maybe it's a mountain lion. It's definitely, yeah. No way. It's absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions left this far east. I did a whole video on it. Found Jack Squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. They're not fans of water. And the body is too long. No way. Okay, Stella. Haha, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free. And now it will forever roam the category confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters? What the hell? Commenters? Isn't commentators? Whatever, for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along. Hell yeah, we're going to meet Mothman. It's a pretty easy one this week. We won't even have to camp anywhere. I'm going to go after the... Wait, no spoilers. Whoops, sorry Avery. It's alright. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See you all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after... What? A skunk ape? What the hell is this? Doesn't this live in Florida? Oh, you know your stuff, don't you? I knew you'd make a great partner. It mostly lives in Florida, but there's been sightings as far north as Virginia. While I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky? That sort of thing? Well, Gretchen. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's great! It's been a while since I had anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. This is going to be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it's kind of like a blast from the past. Me and Kanika and Reese running around in the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd been down to come along with us, get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his hidey hole if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? She pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by or? Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind. Oh, I was just asking to see if you wanted to come to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. He's Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're gonna look out for a skunk ape. We could take the easy trails if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring him. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Uh-oh. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Did he ask you to bring me to his house? He's excited to meet you, of course. I think you'll find most folks in town are. Oh no, am I like a zoo animal? Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past. Gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious, you'll love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. Yeah, for sure, that'd be nice. I'd love to meet some of your friends. Awesome, I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika's much easier to track down, since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So, we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come out. Oh, come out. Come on. Fine, you've got it. I'm gay. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. What the hell does that mean? You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. After all, it seems everyone in this town has heard awful things about you from your now deceased aunt. Leave a tip, leave a generous tip. You can't afford to leave a tip, don't leave a tip. Do I get to see how much money I have? Alright, let's just leave a generous tip. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Oh, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner with you following close behind. Yeah, my friends are always like, why are you tipping? Because I live in the UK, it's not really the culture. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. I mean, you know, last night I slept in a room with someone that I'd met that day, you know? That's in different beds. That sounds okay, whatever. You feel more alive than you have in years, calm, tense, and settled. I think calm. I think I felt, yeah. You feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colours in the sky, fresh air fills your lungs, and pleasant songs of crickets trill around you as night descends. This is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front without a care in the world. God, I love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record. Since last year, at least. Stella. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. Okay, can we not have a climate crisis right now, please? It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is returned, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? Like, do you ever hunt ghosts, demons, werewolves? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was just always me and my camera in an old house, getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I wanted to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there are really true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves I kinda lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were actually people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope all that is just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government had classified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. Aliens exist, but I'm not sure they've come to Earth. Yeah, I think I would probably say that. I believe aliens exist, whether we've had any on Earth. The chance that anything beyond a single-cell organism exists anywhere close enough to realistically travel to Earth, combined with the even smaller chance of those life forms existing at the same time as us, combined with the even smaller chance that those organisms have invented and perfected space travel to the extent that they can casually visit other worlds. Those chances are low, let me just say that much. Low, but not zero. Anyway, agree to disagree, but I've heard some neat stories. I know somebody who knows somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Fayetteville, whatever. His truck stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely, even though he had a full gank of gas, whatever. And suddenly it looked like daylight outside. He could see cows in the fields, birds in the sky. Then this metallic-like egg thing appeared, floating in front of his truck. He passed out, and he woke up. He was missing one of his pinkies. It was like it had never even been there. It was just smooth skin where the pinky should be. I know it's a second-hand source, but there's plenty more like it, and if they are true... Alright, maybe I could come around on this. Huh, that's pretty interesting. Oh, do I ever have more proof? Once we're back in civilization, I have a stockpile of videos and interviews that will blow your mind. Has anything bad ever happened? I don't want to know that. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of the nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, the tetanus lake. That's definitely the weirdness. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Oh. Ugh. Better be up on your shots if you mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Yeah, let's move on. Did you hear that? Oh, man. Calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Phew, sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now, what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk Ape. Sorry, I asked. And who's this you got suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't. Is that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the Hollow. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. Is he gonna... I'm not giving him the peanuts. I'm not giving him the peanuts. Now both of y'all head back on to town, yeah? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and we won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You could never stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damned camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learnt from the best. That you did, but I yet to see a shred of proof that you listen to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or whatever you have. What the hell is a chunkabunga? Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week and I can't afford to lose many more after that. I'm sorry to hear that. But I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken, Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. It's a Bigfoot. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. Oh, it's those damned mountain lions that are out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. These son of a bitches are sneaky, of course. You wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that that's what's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. So I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. I can't believe you got out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed. Yeah, I can't say that word. Cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I've read those comments people were posting on your video. Oh, no, mate, you don't read the comments. They were calling me all sorts of names. Just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anyone on you. What does that mean? I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. And if you don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Okay, we'll go home. Right on, Duke. Kill that mountain lion. Do we really? Yeah, screw it. Alright, we'll go home. What? Good. I'm glad you got some sense. Stella needs somebody like that around. But I gotta... Oh, sorry, wrong person. But I've got to film tonight. This video needs to be out tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor. And who knows what that'll mean for my career. No, Stella, we should leave. We should leave and we shouldn't come back. You turn that wink at Stella as subtly as you can. She immediately picks up on what you're putting down. Ah, alright, Duke, maybe you've got a point. Come on, Hedge. I wish I picked a normal name instead of just Hedge. Let's go back to town. Maybe my viewers won't be too angry with me. Glad to hear you're finally seeing some sense, Stella. You two run along now and stay safe. Well played, Hedge. Really threw him off the trail by pretending we were going back to town. Now come on, I know how we can loop around without him noticing. I'll just follow her. The trail's just up this way, let's go. Oh right, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Ahem. As the night falls, my new assistant, this mysterious Hedge, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. What a name, I love it. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. Okay, awesome. In the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. I'm loving the biodiversity up here. Dangerous, civilization, I've seen better, not a fan of the bugs. Quietly look into her eyes, that's a bit weird. I probably would say something about animals. Not quite as obnoxious as this, but I'm loving the... Actually, no, I think I did go somewhere and comment on the biodiversity. So maybe I am a nerd. Where a lady from a town over claims to have seen one of her... What the hell am I saying?